Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, the drama, the drama. We will wait for some people to join this live stream, but my God, what's going on out there? Let me turn that down. Ringtones. There we go. Sorry about that. If I look a mess, it's because I just got out of the shower. That's why my hair is wet. And I have been working my butt off all day. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. My God. No. No, it's backwards. I don't even care. I don't even care. Hello, Dragon Ranger. Yeah, justice for Beardo for sure. I have so many thoughts. I just finished watching his live stream. I had to watch it at 1.5 speed so that I'd have time to do anything else today, but I did just finish watching it. My goodness, there's so much to say. Sky! Hello, Sky! Paranormal sponge cake. Congratulations. Never heard that name before. That's fun. Now I'm hungry, even though I just ate. I just had a salad. I tried to do my best to eat before I came on my live stream. Thank you, Sky Tucker. Sky, you don't know how much joy you bring. I don't think you do. You might have an idea or be like, yeah, maybe some people, but no. You have no idea, girl. Hello, Lane. Welcome. Yeah, I tried to get as much work done as I could before it got dark, and then I tried to get as much work done indoors after it got dark, and now I am here, and I was trying to finish Beardo's thing the whole time. Sir Bobby Lancelot. Oh, God. Sir Bobby Lancelot, you are obviously new here, so you'll figure it out. You got to do better than that, buddy. You got to do much better than that. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Ava World. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Night name, uneducated. You don't have to, this is not a confessional. You don't have to tell us anything about yourself. How is your day going? Lane, thank you for asking. It has been insane. This is my karate instructor. Hi, Colton. My day it's been crazy hectic. How about yours, Lane? Oh, Sir Bobby Lancelot. Yeah, you're not, you have failed the IQ portion of your test to join here today, so you will not be welcome back. The fog is coming? I hope so. Maddie Gaby, hi, how old are you? Happy Thanksgiving, Sky! Lane, my name is Ashley as Marilyn, or Marilyn Monday. We be besties. Sure, Pablo. What is the stream about? So this stream is about the drama in the paranormal world lately. This week I've already had to tweet at YouTube, which, by the way, I know that Beardo gets scared in his stream. He said tweet YouTube legal, but I don't think there is one, like a Twitter account. But oh, I broke a nail today. Oh, and I didn't even notice because I was working so hard. You can tweet at Team YouTube if your favorite YouTube channel is being reprimanded in some way that you disagree with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like a 20-ounce mug. I like a 20-ounce mug. I am a coffee person. The Wombat? Who's Logan? I don't even know. But yeah, you can tweet at Team YouTube like in my thumbnail for this live stream. I've already done it twice this week. Once now for Beardo being unfairly, yes I am, Lane, being unfairly copyright struck, Sky. But also for Tony Walker, who has the Classic Ghost Stories podcast on YouTube. And he's my absolute favorite audiobook voice artist of all time. And, well, yeah, Douglas Adams does a great job on his own work, but obviously. But Tony Walker is like my favorite audiobook person, and it's my favorite channel to fall asleep to on YouTube. And he just got demonetized because they thought that he was using AI voice, and he's not. Like, that's how he sounds. So that was wrong. So I tweeted at YouTube for that too, but I don't know if that helps. I don't know. He doesn't know either. He asked everybody in his community to stick up for him, but it seems like the spooky side of YouTube is having some major problems here just at the end of spooky season. I don't know what Deacon is, Big Cat Volk, but I do like big cats. Vanilla Wafer, I don't know how to pronounce that. Twerking as I'm lurking. I love you, Sky. Yeah, Vanilla Wafer, if you're going to spam my chat, I'm going to kick you out, though, because it's obnoxious. And we're a cool community here of people who really like to get to know each other, and nobody can get to know anything about you if you just keep saying the same weird thing over and over. We like to make friends here, and a lot of the people in this community are friends, like, for life. Like, you will make friends here that you will be talking to in 10, 15 years, because that's as long as I've been on YouTube, is like 9 years. So I can tell you that if you actually allow yourself to become a part of this community, it will be really cool. But we cannot do that if you just repeat yourself and say stuff that doesn't help you connect with anybody in any meaningful way. And I'm not your teacher, Vanilla Wafer. Don't be condescending to me. That's a shitty thing to say, so I don't appreciate that either. Thank you. You want a green card? Says MM. Dude, nobody wants a green card. Nobody is coming here. Nobody is coming here right now. That's hilarious, though. Good evening from Idaho. Thank you, Joel. Good evening. Tina's here? Tina, hi, Tina. But yeah, Beardo's getting messed with. I was not monetized for a very long time. I think I was not monetized for like the first 7 years of my YouTube career, but I did it every week anyway. And so I think that shows that I want to be here. And that I like what I do and I like this community. So I miss you guys. When I don't go live or do a video and get any kind of feedback, or when my Discord server is quiet and just one little tumbleweed emoji, it's like, I get really sad. I miss you guys. Oh, God. It does suck for Beardo. Big Cat Volk, I don't have a dog, and you are on thin ice. So this is your last warning. Floating heart? What is that? So that's going on. The paranormal drama on YouTube. Mr. Handsome, I don't know if you know this, but YouTube is not a VR app, and it is not in person. I can't see you or smell you. Sorry. What's your favorite thing to do in your free time? Ah, there we go. Thank you. Take pictures of birds. Take pictures of animals in nature. Birds, snakes, bugs, lizards, squirrels, bobcats, coyotes, foxes, whatever I can find. Cows, I'll take a picture of them. I like to remember the animals that I see. Are you the happiness police? Those two words don't go together at all. This is not a dating app. All right. There they go. Let's see. They had their chance, right? How much sawdust can you put into a Rice Krispie treat before people start to notice? I think that's like a common thing that's been like tested. Alexandra, yes, I am. Vanilla needed to learn. I know, but I don't, it's not my job to teach anybody anything. So I'm not going to be the one that they learn from. Unless they can learn from what I just did. And if they can learn from that, I don't expect them to. It doesn't seem like they have the mental capacity to learn from that, but like proactively on their own, find a lesson in that. But I don't want to deal with it anymore. What's your favorite scary movie? It changes from day to day. My favorite scary movie. Get Out is really good. I'll just say that. Let's see. What the snake doing? Well, I like to identify those animals that I find and just learn about them. Man, you guys, we're not going to be able to have a very productive conversation if you're going to like make me moderate the whole time. My favorite slur, I don't have one. FF Touge, because I'm a professional comedian, and I think there's a more challenge in using unoffensive words to hurt somebody. What's the longest amount of time you have owned a Slinky before ruining it? I don't think I've ever owned one. How long until you take care of your roots? Big Don, if you would like to send a super chat and help me pay for that, I have an appointment, but you can definitely pay for that if it matters so much to you. Hi, Jonathan Morgan. Hi, the guy who makes robots. Or the guy who makes robots. Grayson, oh dear. Let's see. Did you hear what? I don't know what any of that means. Big cat. Why aren't you cooking and cleaning? ET. Okay, boring. If you shout me out, then I will send 200. Bullsh poop. Yeah, sure you will. Sure you will. If anybody ever takes you up on that, they're an idiot. Because you don't have $200 to your name, Hansel. If you could bankrupt any person, company, country, or organization, who would it be? Elon Musk. Do you believe in Jesus? This is not a religious channel. If you would like a religious channel, feel free to find one. If you're a professional comic, you should know. I should know what? I should have a favorite slur, so I should be like base level shock comic. Okay. Oh my god, you guys are exhausting. On God, I will. Sure. Hansel, you are not going to send me anything because you do not have $200. I'm telling you right now. Can you sing? I don't know, Kedroli. There's not much to sing about right now, except for like, I mean, there's happy stuff going on in the world. Lighter McQueen, if you would like to hear a song, let me introduce you to a device called the radio. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this person. Yeah, I don't care what kind of music you listen to. Feel free to listen to it on your own. We are not the loudspeaker in your pocket in public. What's your favorite color? I don't know if I have one anymore. I mean, I've always liked pink, but how much you want to bet I can send 20? Oh, look at that. Divisible by 100 from your original request. Atheist. Oh, Jesus Christ. Pan across the room. Why? Kick rocks with the open toast. How many French fries is it okay for a friend to take before you tell them to order their own? 0. If you say you don't want anything, you're not getting any of mine because you had your chance. If you can't tell, my name is not Ruth. I am ruthless. Any girl advice? Lighter McQueen, if you are looking for some single ladies go to a battered women's shelter. There's a lot of ladies there with low self-esteem. They're all single. All the single ladies, put your hands up. I'm just kidding. I can make that joke, by the way, because I batter women. Jesus is 100% fictional. Okay. Why are you ruthless? Because I don't take no guff from anyone, and neither should you. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, besides Beardo's channel being maliciously copyright struck into oblivion by people who don't deserve. First of all, about that, let me just say that the punishment has to be equivalent to the crime committed. So, like, if you're not going to give somebody the death penalty for jaywalking, you see what I'm saying? So, like, if you think that you didn't like what Beardo said about you, that's true. I have been to Gilroy, actually. It smells like garlic. If you don't like something Beardo said about you, getting him fired is like a super Karen thing to do. People who go into other people's jobs and like try to get them fired, super Karen thing to do. And quite an escalation and a split from what's deserved in that situation. So, like, are you free from accountability? Have you ever done anything like not perfect? And do you think that that would mean you deserve to lose everything? That doesn't say anything about Beardo. That says something about the people reporting Beardo. I have to keep combing my hair as it dries, or it's going to dry all chunky looking. Anyway, sorry if it bugs you. This is not a makeup channel. I just don't want to have chunky hair. So yeah, the escalation, like the difference between crime and punishment cannot be like that. You can't punish somebody so drastically for something so dumb. So yeah. Aside from YouTube paranormal community, there is more paranormal drama. And that is Sky Talker, I love you. In the paranormal community, I want to ask if anybody out there in YouTube land has been on a ghost tour in their entire life. Have you been on a ghost tour? Where'd you go? Did you have anything cool happen while you were out there? How was your tour guide? And do you feel like you spent too much? Do you feel like you didn't spend enough for what you got? Do you feel like did you leave a big tip because you felt like it was worth a lot more than you paid, Or did you regret buying your ticket because you thought it was boring? I want to know. I want to know all the things. Can you buy me a box of cereal for Christmas? No, but I have 11 boxes of cereal here. I know that doesn't help you, but it helps me. You saw the ghost in New Orleans town. I would love to go on a New Orleans ghost tour. I bet it's super cool. ETC original, by the way, please don't repeat yourself because we can't get to know anything valuable about you or connect with you in any way if you just repeat yourself over and over with something that doesn't mean anything. Can I have a box? No. Like I said, you're free to order your own, but if you don't, you cannot have any of mine. And we just went over this. So the drama that I'm talking about, classic Big Cat. Hello, Casey. So the drama, we have Beardo's channel on YouTube. Been in the mud. What? Nobody knows what you're talking about. You must have changed your name, Big Cat. At the Stanley. What a ghost history tour. The guide was great. No tips accepted. Wow, they must get paid really well. love you, little bunny rabbit. They must get paid really well. To call CPS on my... What? Very interesting. It was only like $12. Came with refreshments after, and you dropped in a 20. See? That's cool. So you thought it was worth like 32 bucks? No. Yeah, 32 bucks. Lane, you're going to spam the chat and you don't get another chance because I'm tired of it. I have not been live in a while. I had a surgery and I couldn't do freaking anything. And technically I'm not supposed to do anything till like December 4th. But today I've been doing some things. I can't help it. The tour guides are all hotel employees. Oh. That's weird. Yes. Thank you, Zoe. That's very nice of you to say. I do feel better. Thank you. Oh, ooh, big cat. I was this close to removing you from the channel because I already removed the last person who said that, and I thought it was the same person on a different account spamming the chat. Tread lightly. Last morning. It was a walking tour of a cute village near where I used to live. Yes. That's cool. See what I mean? The spam like is so useless. I don't know. Okay, so then so Beardo got maliciously copyright struck into oblivion and he may lose his channel, and that's awful. Classic Ghost Stories podcast got demonetized because someone reported him as if he was creating AI content without saying so, even though he's not. And so what Tony Walker on the Classic Ghost Stories podcast has had to do. Hi, Candy. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you. I appreciate you. What Tony Walker has had to do for his channel is to try to prove himself, and he's got other channels all connected, just like Beardo's, with the same email address. So Classic Ghost Stories podcast is connected to his Classic Detective Stories podcast, where he reads these books like audiobooks, usually with a black screen so people can sleep while they're listening. So what he's had to do now is show his face, and like you just see basically like the top of his head while he reads and turns pages and like fixes his glasses and stuff. And it's like he is afraid that if you see him, you're not going to want to ETC original, last warning. You're a comedian. What's your name? If you're a comedian, we can follow you maybe. So yeah, he's afraid that if people see him, they're not going to want to watch his videos anymore, which is so awful. That should not even be a thought that people have. I saw a ghost on 2 occasions in Afghanistan out in the mountains when I was deployed there in 2004. Razor knife. Oh my gosh. What was it doing out there? Some friendly names. Thank you. Mlamakesh. Thank you. John McDonald's, you're going to have to do a lot better than that. How many warnings do you give? 1. Deacon? So not a stand-up comedian then. Because that's not a stand-up comedian's name. Anyway, so those are the YouTube channel dramas. You are not safe here. Hi, Sprat. We're talking about all the drama in the paranormal community. So aside from YouTube, there is more drama in the world. First of all, I want to say Zach Bagans is no longer going to haunted locations. He is, I don't know what's going on with him, but like has he become like an agoraphobic? Is he afraid to leave the house now? Yeah, well, Beardo and Classic Ghost Stories podcast have both been. Well, Beardo might be taken down, and Classic Ghost Stories podcast with Tony Walker has been demonetized because someone said he was AI, even though he's not. You can see them pretty well with white thermal. Oh, that's cool. You had all that awesome military gear so you could see the stuff. I loved going to haunted places. Austin, what made you stop? When I was in school. Okay. So Zach Bagans is like hiding out in his little black house in Vegas next door to his museum, and he doesn't go to locations, but he'll like zoom in and he'll still get possessed like on Zoom, like over Zoom. Which would mean technically that we could all get possessed over YouTube, right? So that's stupid. I hope that he gets the help he needs. Of course, Candy. This is all very strange to me. I'm not a big like drama channel, and I don't usually talk about like the community on my channel. And today's Marilyn Monday, so technically I shouldn't even be doing spooky stuff, but it's the day. That's what it is today. That's what's happening. Let's see. I loved haunting places. Bagans is afraid of flying, maybe? Oh. See, that's interesting too. So if maybe he's been afraid of like more and more things, and it's his world is getting smaller, and that's super sad. So I hope that I hope somebody helps him out, but then I also wanted to say that the ghost tour company that I work for has been undercut locally by another national company. Mex, not even getting into that. So there's this national company called US Ghost Adventures, which I cannot believe they haven't been sued by Zach Bagans yet for using the name of his very popular show, like for 20 years. US Ghost Adventures is the name of a ghost tour company. And what this company does is not good for any relation to the Ghost Adventures name. Like, they're not a good association for Zach Bagans at all. Always a manic Marilyn. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Exactly, Tina. So obviously he's got enough to worry about, Zach does, but I would think, does Zach even know? I don't know. You would think that he would know they were using the name Ghost Adventures, and they're making tons of money. So what they have done, what they do, they're nationwide, coast to coast, corner to corner of this company. And oh, is that his name? Oh no, that's you. So the guy that owns US Ghost Adventures, thank you. He goes out and he finds successful ghost tour companies, and then he sees where they're doing ghost tours and making money, and then he starts his own tour with like high school kids that are willing to work for very little money, which sucks. And Blue Waves Dave, go look at my YouTube page. Go look at my channel and then come back here and let me know. So they'll find the successful tours. They'll charge half price or less. So like my tour company, I think the tickets tend to be like $55 a person to go on the tours that I lead, which I don't control. That's their thing. US Ghost Adventures started doing tours in this very small town, like this big. It's like 1 mile long, this town, okay? And they charge $24, I think. So like half price. So they're getting really large groups. There's a lot of differences between what you get from one and what you get from the other. Like our tours, we take people out and let them try. It's like way cheaper than if you had to buy these yourself on Amazon just to try them once and realize they're dumb. But we bring, like, you get to hold your own EMF. You get to try a spirit box. Some people do Estes method with it. You get to try the dowsing rods if you want to. Yeah, right. Reppin' Robin Williams here. But like we bring tools and we try all kinds of different things. Some people use spooky dice to like communicate. Some people use a candle. Some people use a like some tour guides use a pendulum. Like you get to try all these different things and make up your own mind how you feel about the tools and all the different things without having to actually go buy your own, which would cost, as you guys know, costs a fortune. So like my tour per ticket, you get all of that stuff included. And then on the other one, I guess they don't have any tours. Like our tours are about an hour and a half to 2 hours long, and theirs are like an hour, maybe 45 minutes. But there's a lot of walking in between. I noticed they start at one spot and then they walk like 3 blocks and then they stop again and tell you another story, and then they walk like another 3 blocks and then they stop and tell a story. So a lot of that time has to be spent like not even talking to you. So that's super weird to me because when I do a tour, I never stop talking, as you guys can probably tell. Let's see. One time went to a little abandoned area in Oklahoma City and heard this guttural scream. It sounded like a woman getting butchered. Me and the homies went and looked around in case somebody needed help. Ugh. Was it a mountain lion? Was it a Oklahoma City? Probably. Was it a mountain lion or a fox? Maybe. Me and my cousin got in contact with his great grandma on time. Who talks like that here in this city? Who talks like what? Me and my cousin got to speak with our great grandma. Oh, one time. I see. Cool. St. Augustine. A mountain lion. Dude, I never stopped talking. I don't know how I have any voice left. I've used all of my allotted speaking time. Like long ago. My brother used to call me motor mouth when we were kids. There is bunny fur floating everywhere. I've been cleaning, like frantically cleaning all day, so it's like all stirred up. I'm waiting for it to settle so I can dust and sweep again. That's why I keep doing this, because it's like itching. It's everywhere. It's your birthday, Adrian. Happy birthday. You guys, it's everywhere. Anyway, so this other ghost tour company is undercutting our ghost tour company. I mean, the one I work for, which is dramaaaa. And then I met another ghost tour guide from a totally different ghost tour company. And they said that they did the same thing to them. Bro Chacho. Where they come in to a successful ghost tour city and they undercut the ghost tour that's there and they give like a crappier ghost tour. You do get what you pay for, apparently. But the tour guides are really young. The tour guides are young, but they don't seem to realize they could get paid probably much more if they just worked for the other ghost tour company in town that's been there for 2 years already. You know what I mean? Like it would be really, if I was applying for a job doing something like that, I feel like I would look to see what the competition pays and then go with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why oh, thank you, Lori. It is in between everything. Hug Miss Bunny. I will. Thank you, Tina. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Oh no. I'm sorry, Lori. Look at all this bad news coming through the chat. Ugh. I don't know what to do with all of this. It's been a heavy day, man. It's been a heavy day. I actually started today really early at like 3 in the morning, and I cried for probably 25 minutes because I had to drop my family off at the airport, and they're going away for Thanksgiving, and I'm staying here, and it was really sad. Jamal, what would make you ask that? Geez, Lori, what is going on over there? Do we need to call somebody for you? Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry. Ugh. Man, you know what? I had a dream about my cat. I have a soul cat that I had for 18 years, and we had the same birthday and everything. And, why, Jamal? Uh, but she passed away in like 2013. 2013? Yeah. And it's still, I mean, it does not hurt any less, man. It does not hurt any less. So, Jamal, yes, you are. Let me see, Jamal. Let's look at you, Jamal. Let's look at you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. Thanks, Austin. I'm going to go ahead and do this forever. All right, going forever. It's like he never was born. Airborne, no, I don't care about whatever it is. Thank you, Lori. Anyway, so we have Beardo's channel. If you guys have a Twitter account, you can do that. I don't know if it helps. Honestly, I don't know if it helps to tweet at Teen YouTube, like in my thumbnail. If you listen to Classic Ghost Stories podcast and you didn't know that he got demonetized for that super bogus reason, you can also tweet at Team YouTube for that. Hi. Bye, Sky. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, please send me some bunny pics. I know, I'm behind too. I have so many things. I did an investigation at a theater. I have that video that I haven't even had time to edit. I thought while I was recovering from surgery that I would have all this time to edit, but I couldn't sit up because like my abdomen had a bunch of sutures in it. So I couldn't even sit up to do that. So thank you, Lori. Not now, not right now, but maybe other times when I work really hard to do that. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Brad. But yeah, I couldn't like sit up. I wasn't supposed to use my abs. Technically, I'm not supposed to really. Well, no, I can do it now. She said I can do planks. And see how these people have like a bunch of different channels because they don't have any friends to spend their time with. So yeah, I was really limited to what I could do when I was recovering. And then I went in for my like post-op and they were like, oh, you're not healed. You have to be really careful still. And it like extended it another 2 weeks. So during all that time, I couldn't work. I have been doing ghost tours anyway because I need to make money, obviously. And like I couldn't work that whole time I was recovering from surgery, which by the way, the surgery, when I saw the bill, it was like $78,000. So wow. But I wasn't working because I was recovering. So I needed to work. So I started doing ghost tours probably probably because I needed to. But I was not supposed to carry anything. I'm not supposed to lift anything heavy for a while. That's cool, Lori. I would like to go there. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate that. But like the ghost bag, there's an iPad in it. There's like all the ghost hunting equipment and stuff. And it's like a bag and it's heavy. So I've been doing tours anyway because I cannot not work anymore. I have to work. I need to earn some money. Sprat, that's a nice feature on your phone. I was supposed to go to the Statue of Liberty with my theater group once when I went to New York, but they left at like 7 in the morning, and I was like, yeah, have fun. I'm not doing that. Anyway, so I've been doing ghost tours. I know I'm not supposed to carry that until December 4th, but I got to. I can't sit here anymore. So now that I have cleaned the first third of the house today, like top to bottom, super clean, scrubbed on my hands and knees, cleaned the first third of the house. And now I have to do the second, third, fourth, and then I'm going to do the third. And hopefully I can do both of those tomorrow before my ghost tour, which I do have. Let me see. Oh, man. Oh, good. I don't have anything that I have, like, I don't have a gig tomorrow. I don't have a tour tomorrow. So I will probably be live again tomorrow just because I have the ability to do that. Be careful and go slow. Don't overdo it. Oh, I know. They said if I didn't take it easy, it would take much, much longer. So I'd rather just take it easy until it's supposed to be done and not make it even longer that I can't work, you know. Lori, that's crazy. I'm really sad. Sorry about that. That's true, Austin. Everybody does know. They said never forget, so we know. So tomorrow there's that. I should do laundry tomorrow. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's right. Thank you. It's more than just a hair color, it's a state of mind. I did forget that already. So anyway, I've been doing ghost tours, but I'm going to be cleaning. I have more cleaning to do. And then I have to go, I have a storage unit and I would like to clean it out and sell like everything that's in it. I would like to sell everything that's in it, but I can't do that because I still need it. Also, you guys might have seen my recent like Danish Days live streams where I was like the Snow Queen and I was Anna from Frozen and I was following around Hans Christian Andersen while he was telling his stories and stuff. Oh, I had Tony Walker record the Hans Christian Andersen poem that's never been read in English before that I helped write and translate and make rhyme. So that'll be coming out on my channel as soon as the government catches up on the backlog of copyright requests because it was public domain. The Danish version of this poem was public domain until we wrote it in English, and now that version is ours. And the Hans Christian Andersen estate didn't want it and said they didn't have any entitlement to it. And we're just gonna Oh, it's going to be so cool. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I'm trying to decide if I want to have it illustrated or not. I asked my dad if he would be interested since he used to be a cartoonist, but He's super, super slammed with work right now. He's got so much going on in the scientific community. So I don't think he's going to have time to illustrate this poem. But, and I don't want to use AI art because I feel like I'd rather have the water on the earth than waste it on some silly drawing. It's so good. It's such a good little story. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I've pictured it as a Pixar short, like at the beginning of a movie, but I don't think, like, you can't submit anything to Pixar for their consideration to make into a movie or whatever. They don't accept those. I thought about writing it in like calligraphy and framing it really big and doing like a little bit of art around the edges and then sending them the framed like art of the poem in English by Spratt. Thank you. Because then they'd see it, they'd read it, and they might picture it because it's very illustrative. Like it makes you picture what's happening in the story. It's really good. And it's illustrative in a way that I've never heard before. So it's really effective. And it was written in the late 1800s. So, like, I can't believe I've never heard anybody use these metaphors before. But it's really cool. Anyway, I would hope that they would want to use our translation, and I don't think they would pay us for it. I think that they would just not. I think they would just do the story in animation silently and just not even use our text at all, but use the story that we went ahead and translated. You're welcome. But it would be cool. And then if anybody wanted to buy that story from after seeing them do it, then they could buy our version of it because it's the only one, but probably not. Anyway, so that was the thing. Tony Walker was very affordable. Thank God. Because obviously I can't spend a whole lot, but it was worth it to me to spend the copyright application fee and to have him do that for the 4 of us that worked on this translation. What am I going to do for Thanksgiving? I'm going to see my dad. That's my plan so far. And bring back some fresh vegetables from a bunny. It's weird that there's a competitive ghost tour in the area that's trying to take over this tiny little town. I don't know. But I'm allowed to go take that ghost tour. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I had a ghost tour. What night was that? Sunday. No. Saturday night, I had a ghost tour with a big, big group. And there was a lady, probably in her 60s, and she was filming the whole time. And it's super awkward because, like, those are my jokes, and a lot of them are my own personal anecdotes and stories of stuff that I've experienced or that I've talked to people who they experienced, you know, like, what is she going to do with that video? Because that's mine. And any of the other stuff belongs to the tour company that I work for, you know what I mean? And like, it's really awkward for me because I don't want to make her feel weird if she's just like an older person who doesn't know that that's weird. Thinks everybody films everything now, but like, we don't. Maybe filming it for someone who didn't get to come with us, but should have bought a ticket. You know what I mean? Copyright striker. It was really uncomfortable. It was really strange. She had her phone up almost the entire time. And we'd be walking and I would still be talking and I would see her like stop recording after a stop. And then she'd realize I was still talking and then she'd hold her phone up again. And at one point I was telling her something that is not public information that I like to tell people because I have the experience to share with them or whatever. It is, yeah, it is like filming a concert. I don't think maybe Candy. That's what I was hoping. I was kind of assuming positive intent. I thought, well, maybe she just wants to remember, like, go back and do it. No one cares. Maybe, or maybe her grandkid just got a job doing the other tours, and so she thought she would be able to afford a ticket to our tours and see what we're saying. I don't know. There's no way to know. But there was a point where I was talking about something really heavy and really not public. And I had to ask her to, like, I'm going to ask that you don't film this part. And she looked kind of offended. Oh. And she put her phone down. But then this other lady that was like in her 60s that was with her, because she was in a group, this other lady, as soon as her phone went down, this other lady's phone went up. And I was like, what is this? What is going on? And I didn't want to be like, that goes for you too, shorty. Like, I didn't want to say more, but it was super uncomfortable. Like, people put us in the weirdest positions, and I don't understand it at all. It was very weird. The ghosts are controlling them. They're like zombies. It's like, put your phone down. Put your phone down. Be in this moment with us. Normally on a ghost tour, when I'm giving a ghost tour, people forget to take pictures. They have nothing to remember it by. Like, I'll take a picture of each group when they first show up. And now they have a picture from the tour. Thank you. But like, people forget. They forget they even have their phones on them. Nobody looks at their phones for the whole like hour and a half, 2 hours they're with me. They're engaged. They're paying attention. They're having a good time. And they're like experiencing something with a group of people that all share this interest. And hopefully we're having some sort of cool experience together that none of us can explain. You know, hopefully we can facilitate some sort of spiritual something happening. Hopefully. No guarantees. I do that sometimes too. I'll like forget that you even have your phone. I do that too, yeah. But it's like, it was really weird to have it like staring at me the whole time. Are those your toes, Bunny? Are you curling your little toes? I just heard like a scratching sound and I looked over and she's like super happy, all curled up in a little ball on the floor. But I think she was like curling her toes underneath her. She looks like monorail cat right now. So she's like, you can't even see her feet, but I almost always forget to take pictures if I'm really having fun or interested. Yeah. And I take it as a compliment when people forget to take pictures during my tours. I'm like, I did a good job. And I like that. And I'm like, don't worry, we'll send you the pictures I took at the beginning. So they still get like their Splash Mountain photo, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was really strange and super uncomfortable for me to have her film the whole time. And then I kind of feel like a responsibility for the company to like, hey, please don't steal their intellectual property. But like, I don't know. I don't know how deep that goes. A lot of it's the stuff I wrote, you know what I mean? So like, I don't, as a comedian, people can steal my jokes. It's happened a bazillion times where I'll tell a joke at an open mic and then I'll hear a comedian tell it at a show. And I'm like, And I've confronted them before and it never goes anywhere. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to steal your stuff and they're going to say, no, I thought of it. Fine. There's nothing you can do about it. So I just write more jokes. I don't care. I've got way more I can talk about. I don't know what that means, editor. But with the ghost tours, if you take the stories that I physically went around and spent months talking to people and approaching strangers and asking them for ghost stories, you know, like, or if you start taking the jokes I wrote that make my tour better, that's like, I did that work. And if you take it, you didn't do that work. That's not fair. That's weird. They should put a no filming clause with the ticket purchase. I think they have one. That's the thing. Like, I think they have one, but I didn't. Guess I'll find another person. Fine. I didn't like enforce it because, first of all, it's not really my problem. Second of all, assume positive intent. She might not have, maybe I don't want to make her explain it in front of everybody that, like, oh, I have a short-term memory problem and I want to remember this. Like, you don't have to tell everybody that. But God, it was uncomfortable. And when it was so, like, I was fine with it until that second person put their phone up. So when she put her phone down and the other one came up, I was like, this is weird. I had alarm bells. And I was like, something's wrong. That's not normal. I should have been like, leave right now. All of you leave. No, I'm just kidding. You can't be here with us. Shoo, shoo. Get out of here. Chosen Being, I don't care about wrestling at all. Not even a little bit. I would have told the other not to film too. I figured since I just said don't film this, everyone should understand what that means. I know we do that with the haunted trail and have a no filming clause. Because, like, if it's on YouTube, there's no reason for anybody to take the tour unless they just want someone to walk with, like, that's your whole product. It's like if you had a bakery but everything was free. I don't know what that's about, AJ. I don't know. The whole thing was super weird and uncomfortable, and I didn't know what to do. And it was a really awkward position to be in. And in 2 years of doing ghost hunts, that's never happened to me. So that's how weird that lady was. And that's how much more weird her friend was. Hi, Abby. Please don't force your religion on other people without consent. Thanks. They were in cahoots with each other. The old lady filming club, yeah. Once, oh my God, Jesus Christ. People get a personality. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all the drama I think that I know about so far in paranormal. Just right now this week, like in the last few days, it has been Tony Walker, it has been Beardo, it has been US Ghost Adventures, it has been Zach. Somebody said that Zach doesn't leave his house anymore, and it's like, that's sad and weird, and what's going on? We're not entitled to know anything about it. We're not entitled to an explanation for that. But it's weird. Oh yeah, Candy, it gets... Normally on my channel, I really like to roast people like to a crisp, and some of my regulars in my chat got roasted for stepping out of line and became like, learned from it and became like big fans. And so they come back all the time because they want to see me do it to other people. And so I have like no moderation on my channel at all, because that's like my thing is I roast people to shame. But every once in a while, I'm just not in the mood. I don't want to do it. And so I'll just kick them out like immediately. And that's what I've been doing today. So, especially if they're not creative. Like if it's... Sometimes I'll have people come in and troll me and it's funny. They do seem to but yeah, I don't know. Does this happen? I know that you're a mod, so you would know. Candy, does this happen on other channels? Do people come in like that constantly? I bet Carla's channel gets a lot of it. I don't know why, but it's like they won't do it to guys. Like there's a misogyny element, I think, or some sort of weird power dynamic, but I haven't seen them do it. I mean, maybe the mods like you guys are really good on those other channels at like getting it. I don't understand. It's always been like this for me. I know it's a vertical live, so people like the TikTok people are swiping through. So I get a lot of those people. But even when I'm like horizontal from my laptop, so I can gift memberships, they'll still do that constantly. Excuse me. So it's super weird. You should see it when I have a costume on, when I'm Marilyn or when I'm a princess. Ooh boy. And that's going to happen this week because I have some stuff I want to film. And wow, it's going to be lots of fun. I used to be a live streamer on a different app called Bigo Live. BIGO stands for Before I Get Old. So good thing I got it in there when I did, I guess. But see, I bet it would. See, that's why I was like, I bet it happens to Carla. But not all the time. I don't know. But when I was on Bigo, they would have us do specific things. Like the agency I worked for had a schedule that we had to do specific things on specific days at specific times. And they would make sure that our chat had like 3,000 people in it. Like they would send out a call or something and they would push us to the top of the algorithm because we were paid to be there. And we would have to do things like fashion show or karaoke or whatever, and or like costume contest, Marvel versus DC, and they would pit us against another broadcaster and we'd have to get more gifts, super chats than the other person or whatever. No, don't be sorry, that's fine. So we would be dressed in all kinds of ways for all kinds of things. They would have like fairies. We'd have to dress like a fairy or something. Like there was always something. And so if we're doing a fashion show and we keep having to jump off screen to change, like right off camera, and people know that we're changing clothes right now, like right here, it was crazy. I had to have like, I think you can have up to 5 mods, and I had all 5 of them scheduled to be there. And they didn't get paid either. So like, they had to be there because my chat would be going insane with just disgusting stuff. And if you look at the homepage of that app, it looks worse than OnlyFans. I wasn't doing any of that content, but that's what it looks like to everybody who opens the app. So even in the app store, if you look at it, it's like, ugh. So I was trying to elevate that, and you can only do so much when the app allows other people to do certain things. It was pretty disgusting, some of the stuff I saw on that app, so I eventually left. Yeah, I don't know. Natalie, I'm really sorry about that. Is that usually how many times have you seen somebody enter a room that way in your life? In your entire life, Natalie Bromley? How often have you had somebody walk into a room full of strangers and make that announcement? 3? Now I know you're not being truthful with us. It was a pretty quick 3. So if you would like to be truthful with us, we are a very strong community of people who will become friends with you for life if you give people the opportunity to do so. But if you're going to lie to us and say stuff that makes everybody uncomfortable, you're not going to connect with anybody that way. So you have an opportunity right now to connect with other people in a meaningful way, or you can squander that and be a YouTube comment person who pushes people away. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and see what happens. And then that'll be that. I do think I have run out of stuff to talk about though, because I had all that stuff on the agenda there. I just started watching a show called, I don't even know what it's called, The Beast Inside Me or something like that. It's something weird. It's like not a good title, but it's Claire Danes and someone else I can't think of who the other person is either. But it was it's really good. It's taken me on a ride where I didn't know what was happening and I didn't know how I feel about any of the characters. I don't know who's who or what's going on. And then the episode I saw last night like flipped everything on its head and I went, "Oh my gosh." Didn't see it coming at all. So really cool. He was your hero. I'm really sorry about that. If you are being truthful, then there is a lot of support here for you to be collected. I don't know who those people are. Whatever that name is. I have noticed as I'm growing up. Oh, Gesundheit bunny. You okay? Oh, cold toes? Little baby cold toes bunny. I have noticed that as I get older, like my friends' parents are all going. And that's a thing that everybody has to eventually experience. And it's super daunting. I have a really good relationship with my parents, but it comes for everybody eventually. And I don't know. I have no idea how I'm going to handle it. Everybody grieves differently. Some people might walk into a room and be like, "This is what I'm going through. Everybody needs to know this right now." Like, that's possible. And like, it's nobody's call to say how you should or shouldn't grieve or how you should or shouldn't feel. Everybody does it their own way. But I cannot imagine when it's my turn. I'm really lucky right now, knock on wood, but yeah, I cannot imagine. My mom lives really far away from me and I haven't seen her in years. And it sucks. It sucks. My dad lives really close and I don't see him very often either, which is, I mean, I see him pretty often, more often than I used to, but it is pretty lame. You never really knew your mom. She left after you were born, found out she passed away. You attended her funeral and turns out, oh, wow. David, congratulations on your family growing as it shrunk. I'm really sorry for your loss. It doesn't make it any easier. Yes. I had a cat that had a heart condition, and the vet said that he had 2 months to live. And I had him for 7 years after that. But it was 7 straight years of constantly being on edge. 7 years of being like, is he breathing? Is he breathing? Every time he was asleep, is he breathing? Is he okay? Watching for little signs of it's happening, you know? God, it's awful. When I was a little kid, my mom never got sick. Ever, ever, ever. If she did, she would power through it like a soldier. I don't know how she did it. She still does that. I don't know why. But like she wouldn't take it easy after surgery. She's had a couple of surgeries and she's like doing the dishes the day of. It's like, sit down. Oh my God. But one time she got her wisdom teeth out and she was in bed all the rest of the day because of the sedation and stuff. And then another time she had strep throat and she was staying in bed that day for like 2 days. I lost my mind as a kid because I had never seen her like healing, like taking time and staying in bed. I thought she was for sure dying. And that was the first and only time in my whole life I ever prayed. And I was like, please just let her live to 60. Because I didn't know, like, I think I was 6 years old or something. So I didn't know, like, how old was. And I know that I'd heard her say that she never wanted to be so old that she was, like, carrying around an oxygen tank or something. She's like, that's no way to live. Because she powers through everything. So I was like, please just let her live to 60. Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't. Ugh. It's of the biggest losses that I've had. I haven't. I haven't experienced where I know they say that the grief never lessens, but the how often you feel it is more and more spread out. Like there's more time in between, and it takes less time to go through all the stages again and accept it. Because like sometimes it feels like it just happened, and then you have to go through the whole like thing again, and it's so rough. July 4th. Ugh. I have a tombstone that I just took a picture of that said one of them died. It was a double tombstone. One of them died, and then a day and a half later, the other one died. That's for sure. What a world. Hi, Faraz. Ugh, what a world. I don't want to, I'm not going to pry. And you said you don't want to talk about it at Thanksgiving, but if you want to talk about it here, you're welcome to. God, this funny hair is everywhere. And my skin is so dry from the surgery. Some of the medication they had me take for a long time was like it would dehydrate you. And so now the back of my hands are so dry that like I could use them as a lint roller. So they always have bunny fur like stuck to them on my dry skin, and it's like everywhere. Sorry. I'll be a wreck when my dad passes. Lost a lot of time with him when I was overseas, but do my best to see him. Ugh, David, yeah. I always tell people that me and my dad are like best friends. Me and my mom are kind of the same way too. We don't talk as often as we used to. I used to call her every day. Now I kind of give her a break because I can be a lot. But yeah, I don't. I'm not going to regret not spending more time with them because I spend as much time with them as possible. But I don't. Like when Jim Carrey's father died, for us, that's not necessary to even bring into this conversation. Nobody asked. Nobody needed to know that. That's irrelevant information. Thank you. If you would like to be a person, be a person. Hi. Hi, Kai. I love you. Oh my God. What a world. So scary. December 9th is coming though, and then it'll be all better from there. It'll be so much better afterwards. Kai, this stream started out with me talking about drama in the paranormal world among ghost hunters and debunkers and ghost tour companies, and it has turned into whatever the people need it to be. And it seems to be a grief counseling for a minute. So that is what is happening. But if that's where, everything happens for a reason. We're all right where we're supposed to be. So if that's what it's got to be, that's what it'll be. What a world. When I had my surgery, I had been asking for the surgery since I was 14, 13 years old. So by the time I finally got it, then they started saying all these risks and stuff that would happen and how it would change the world and for me. And wow. But it is better. It is so much better than it used to be. And I never knew a life like this before. Where like people aren't in constant pain all the time. Is this how like you guys live? Because this is crazy. I can get so much done. Do you consider witchcraft part of the paranormal? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because it can't be explained by science most of the time, but it's effective and it works. Depending on what you believe. Gotta say that. Surgery's scary. I'm sure you're in good hands. Doctor knows what he's doing. I had such a cool doctor. She was really a great surgeon. She is like, she treated me like I was, well, care-wise, she was really good. Her bedside manner's really good. You could tell she cared a lot, but when she actually like put her hands on, she like manhandled you like you were a practice dummy or something. Just grab you and just do what she needed to do. Get in there. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot. Thank you. What a world. Things will be better for you too soon. Leah B Music, how do you get subs? Girl, if I knew the answer to that, do you think that my channel would look the way it does? Totally fine. What a world. Everyone is here for you. Yeah, really glad I got that surgery. So glad I got that surgery. Can't wait to be able to lift heavy things again, but so glad I got it. And I'm protected against other things that could have happened. Scariest paranormal situation I can recall. Well, I'm not super afraid of the paranormal. Who didn't, what? Oh, hippie, hibbard, that kind of thing does happen too, but it's so rare. And I'm really sorry that that happened to you. But it does us no good to worry about that before we do something, because if I hadn't had my surgery, I could have died anyway. So it was like, that was my best chance. It was to get it and just hope for the best. Because either way would not have been good. It would have been so much worse if I didn't get it. Oh my God. Yeah, it would have been so much worse if I didn't get it. Super grateful every day that I got it. Kai, did you have some witchcraft things you wanted to say? Talk about? The scariest paranormal situation I can recall is usually real people, or mountain lions out in the woods where I was not trespassing, but maybe after hours when I shouldn't have been there. When I was Black Fridaying the cemetery. And there's mountain lions and stuff out there in the dark. Maybe that would be the scariest paranormal situation. I don't know. I've had a lot of really spooky things happen to me that I couldn't explain. I have a short on this channel, and it's all red, I think, where like something ran up on me. Like it sounded like someone was wearing boots or high heels and ran to me. And with the momentum, if there was a person physically there making those noises, they would have run right through me, like plowed into me. But they ran up to me and stopped right here. So that scared me, because even though you can't see anything coming, you can hear it, and I could feel the vibrations in the floor as it ran up to me. Yes, the museum one. And so even though like your eyes are telling you there's nothing happening, there's nothing coming to get you, you feel it and you hear it, and your body says, look out, and you still want to duck. And I was trying to override that and be like, there's nothing there. Don't move. Okay, Candy, thank you so much for coming in and staying in for a while. I appreciate your company. Thank you. But yeah, that's super unsettling. And when I watched it again later, I was like scared all over again because of, you can hear every footstep. Like you can hear, and it was live. I was live on YouTube. So like, yeah, you guys were there. I don't know how that happened. And I've spent a ton of time in there since, and I've never, ever, 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 I've been in there hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Months. I've worked there now for months. And I have never, ever, ever, ever heard that again. Before or since. I've never heard where it sounded like somebody was running down the hall. And I was the only person in the entire building with all the doors locked. There's nobody in there. What the heck was that? It was startling just to watch. Yeah, I got full body goosebumps. And then my mom watched it on YouTube later, and she said that when I said I had goosebumps, she had goosebumps too. Thanks, Alal. At least that's creative. I'll take that. Are your running shoes brand new by any chance? Because I'm going to guess no. That was the scariest. I think that recently that I can think of. I don't know. I don't know though. I've had a ton of creepy stuff happen. No, they're not brand new. All right. Well, it was worth a try. At least I asked. Ugh. So yeah. How you doing, bunny rabbit? How you doing, my bunny baby that I love? Bunny. She just sat up. She looks so out of it. Alal, I'm not gonna date you unless you're Michael Keaton. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What sucks, but being in school and wonder why you getting called into the principal office, that sucks. Find out that bad. Oh, I bet you were at school and they told you. Oh, God. Miss you, Kai. Thank you. I hope to see you soon, too. We have so much to do in Vegas. Oh, my God. We have a whole storage unit there, too. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is it? Ooh, what is that? What is that 100 thing that just... What is that? What does that mean? I don't know what that is, but thank you. What's happening? You had that one girl. You had that one with the spirit box arguing. Yeah, the spirit box argues with me all the time. I don't know. There's an area where they just like are so rude. I think that happened on Saturday too with that group of people. I did another spirit box and I think they were like, "Oh my God, look at her. She's stupid." And I was like, "What's going on? Why is that on the radio?" Nico's last tour. You're going to have to do better than that. Always have a good attitude towards life. You'll never go wrong with that. That's true. Where do you think big cities get all that meat from? Curtis Middlebrooks, are you asking me how the agriculture industry works? The hospital. What? No, that's dumb. Hi, Mary Baker. Did you see Michael Keaton got cast? What in the world is happening? I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna say thank you, Tina. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. That's cool, I guess. We make enough meat to feed everyone. For sure we do. Yeah. There's so much more agriculture than there are people to eat it. Like, I have seen a lot of agricultural fields, apple orchards, all kinds of stuff that throw away food, like produce, apples for miles, where they just dump them in a field for compost because they didn't sell them. They made too much to sell. And there's starving people. There are starving people who exist. So what the F is that? That should be illegal. They should have to send that away to someone who needs it. Get me a cheese pizza. I would love some pizza. Good evening, fellow Americans. Ryan Limoges 6403. I wonder what Limoges means. That sounds like it means something. Tell us what that word means. Sent a flower. This is fun. I don't know what it is. I like trying every button and seeing what they all do. And I'm so scared all the time that I'm like spending money I don't have. I'm all, did I just spend money? What's going on? So I hope that flower was free. I don't, I don't know. I don't know any. It's see, yeah, up here for me. I don't know about you guys. It says $0. So like I haven't gotten any money. So hopefully y'all haven't spent any money on your 100s and your flour. But I have no idea. I have no idea what any of that is, and I have the fear. I have the fear. I hope that that didn't cost you anything. What is everybody's Thanksgiving plans? If you have any. I already told you mine. I'm gonna go see my dad. Um, I also want to go to storage and find. I know I have to. I told you I want to sell everything in storage that I can, but I know I have a ton of Christmas decorations in storage, and I plan to get all of it out in this very small space and use it. And I saw on Discord those like floating candles are amazing, but like in here, are you kidding me? I'd be all, oh God, ah, oh God. I don't know if you guys are hearing that scratching sound too, or if it's just me, but it wasn't the bunny. I can see her feet this time. You had 1,000 points? Gems? What? What is that sound? Oh, oh, that's okay. I put it on Discord. There's a video where I was testing all my EMFs, and then I said if there was somebody here to light them up, and then they all lit up, and I was like, what? Because I don't firmly believe that EMFs detect spirits. A lot of times they don't, but maybe it's just that kind of spirit. I don't know. Maybe they only detect a certain kind of thing, a certain kind of energy, obviously, but that was super crazy. I don't see it on YouTube. I don't know. Right? So on my Discord, I have that video. And then I said, there's a gift box next to the chat bar. Aha! Little Christmas gifts. So if you're not on my Discord, you can message me on Instagram. It's probably backwards, but Ashley as Marilyn. And I will invite you to Discord. And there's a video there where they were responding really quickly. It's not going to be up here because it has a family member in it who doesn't want to be on YouTube. So it's Discord only. But yeah, the EMFs were responding to the questions in a very strange way, and I don't know how that's possible at all. I've never seen them do that, and we were all freaked out. And then I said, if you can communicate in another way, make a noise or say something, and hopefully we'll hear you. Can you like knock or something so that we'll know that you're here, just to confirm? And then we heard knocking, and it scared us all. And it's in the video, and it was so crazy. Anyway, please join my Discord server. That was wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, so I don't want to take up your time if I don't have anything like cool to say. But I guess I'll watch my Claire Danes show and finish doing the dishes. Doesn't that sound like fun? Wish you were here. Tina, I appreciate you hanging out. Pam, I appreciate you hanging out. You guys have been ride or dies. That's really cool. I appreciate you both for being here. Hippie Hibbard, all the best of luck to you. World, what was the other one? Hi, Ben. Ben Bass Robinson. Hi, Carl. Let's see. There was somebody else. Curtis. Where is the one that's getting the surgery? I'll know it when I see it. Something about a world. What was it? I don't see it. Oh, what a world! 00. Best of luck on your surgery. I do send you all the good vibes for that. do wish you a very safe procedure and a quick recovery, which is not what I had, but I hope that for you because this sucks. But either way, we all get through it. Time heals all physical wounds, so we can get through this together. Ben Bass, we were talking about the paranormal. I'm about to end the stream, but you are free to back it up and watch it from the beginning if you would like to get the scoop on all the drama that's been going on. It's an hour and a half long. You can watch it at 1.5 or 2 speed, 2 times speed. In bed with the flu. Oh no. I'm so sorry. God, that sucks. Yeah, there was some cool spooky stuff happening. And some crazy spooky stuff and some not cool spooky stuff. So I hope that you will back it up and watch it. I watched Beardo's thing on 1.5 speed. I tried to watch it at 2 speed because it was like 3 hours long and I couldn't understand a word. So I had to slow it down to 1.5. But I didn't think to do that until the last hour. So good job to me. Like the last 40 minutes, I watched 1.5. Ugh. Anyway. Hi from Michigan. Hi, Joe. My skin is so dry. You guys have seen how uncomfortable I am. I gotta get some lotion or something. Catch up on it tonight if you can't sleep. Yes, or you can watch the Classic Ghost Stories podcast with Tony Walker. He just got demonetized because they thought he was AI. You watched it live? Oh my God. I never want to see him that sad again for the rest of my life. I want to protect him. He doesn't need me to protect him, but I want to protect him. And I am going to be so good about not being a mama bear and going after the people that made him feel that way. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be so good. WWE. Cool. You might like Crow of Judas's channel. He's got a cartoon wrestler video game character. Yeah, Pam, Tina, for sure. We all wish we could protect him from ever feeling that way. He does a lot of good for a lot of people. So he's created a really cool space for people. And that's how we all found each other, really. I mean, in February, I'll have been on YouTube for 9 years. But I have never had a sense of community until I found y'all's community. And I can still consider it you guys as your community and not like mine, because I didn't do any of this. This is all him. This is him and Crow of Judas and Side Eye Guy. Like, you guys have created your community and built your community, and it is so cool to be a part of. What is that? I don't know what that sound is. Ugh, you're still pretty new here. Well, welcome. I've only been here for a year, like a year and a month. I found Beardo by accident because my dad told me to watch Sam and Colby. I know. It's like a guilty pleasure for him because he's, a scientist, so he thinks it's super funny. I don't. Thank you. Itty bitty, maybe a small part. Thank you, Crybaby. But oh, the bunny heard the noise this time. She's trying to investigate. She's a debunker. She's a debunner. Debunner. You go find him, debunker bunny. Okay. I don't watch that. No, thank you. But yeah, Beardo, I think, facilitated a big part of that community, and he should be really proud of that. And I have not done that in 9 years on YouTube. So I'm really grateful to be a small part of it. And hi. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to protect the community from YouTube itself. I don't know. Jerry, you can see my eyes through all this? Congratulations. Your first debunker. Same, Tina. I found him because he made fun of Sam and Colby. After my dad told me to watch Sam and Colby, I searched them up and I saw his thing debunking them. And I watched that instead of them because I didn't have an interest in them. And I did have an interest in whatever Beardo was saying about them. So I was like, let me see. Mr. Magoo, do you know how long ago that was? The bunnyker is after a raccoon. It's not a raccoon. It's something. It doesn't sound that big to you guys on that end because that's awful. It sounds like a small scratching sound over here. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It could be a goose. During that tour on Saturday, I smelled an old lady the second I got to the city that I was going to do the tour in. I got out of my car and I was like, oh, there's an old lady here. And I smelled it all night. And when I went home, I could still smell it. And I was like, is it me? I hope it's not me. 5. Oh, I thought that said 5 a.m. and Colby. Oh. Oh, it's fish and cheese. It's salmon Colby. Fish cheese emoji. Well, my dad suggested it. I found Beardo, and then he kept talking about no. He kept talking about The Shape, Mr. Gray, Kenny Biddle, and so I didn't look anybody up based on his recommendations, but because I started watching every single Beardo video from oldest to current, it took me months to get through his catalog. But because I started watching them all, YouTube pushed Side-Eye Guy to my suggested. And so then I started watching him, and then I found Crow of Judas. Yeah, I found Crow of Judas because they both mentioned him. And then I think The Shape was the last one I got into later. But that was after I made a video about Beardo, like calling out Beardo at least. And Mythos saw my video and introduced it to Beardo. And then I was like, who's Mythos? And so I had to go find Mythos. And then I started watching his stuff. And then eventually The Shape was the last one I started watching. And I never had a chance to see Parple do debunks because I didn't find him in time. And I still haven't really had much exposure to Mr. Gray yet. But anyway, that's been my journey so far. And I've been trying to let the universe introduce me to who I'm supposed to discover when I'm supposed to discover them, and I'm not like forcing it, and I don't have time to like look up new channels to follow, so I'm just kind of waiting until they organically come into my little world here, or if they reach out to me, which that has not happened ever. So yeah. I'll just be fangirl over here. Shape was your second, and then Side-Eye Guy. You found me from a SEG live stream? How is that possible? I used to try to get him to say Marilyn Monday just on my... When I first found him, I would just leave a comment and try to get him to say my name. And he would never read my chats, and he was always so far behind. And if he did, he would read it in his head silently, and he wouldn't say my name. And I was like, forget it. And I even told Crow at one point, I was like, I think he hates me. Because it was like, even if it popped up on the screen and it was my comment that he was reading, it would be like he got quiet. And then he would just skip it. I was like, oh. So I really thought he didn't like me for a really long time. You found me from Beardo or what? That is crazy to me. Because, like, I feel like in the paranormal community, I feel like a thirsty nobody. Because, like, I'm not debunking anything. I am going out and using all the tools they hate the most. I'm not claiming anything's real, but I'm trying to understand what the words are that come over a spirit box or whatever. And sometimes it's really interesting, but like, I'm so not the kind of content that any of them are into or do. So like, I do like birthday videos for people. Like I did Beardo's birthday and I was so excited about it. And I was so nervous for some reason, even though I've been Marilyn since like 2012. Like I have a hologram show, a 30-minute hologram show as Marilyn in Italy, Mexico, and Las Vegas on the Strip. And I have performed stand-up comedy all over the world. And I was so nervous to sing happy birthday to Beardo. I don't know. You saw a dash cam. Oh my God. People ask me in comments, can I use this dash cam video on my channel? And I'm like, sure, whatever, just credit me. And I never see those videos. I never hear about them again. Even if I tell them to like put a link, like bring a link, and so that like I can see it, I never ever see it again. So I didn't even know that any of those people had used my clip. I hope they were nice. I hope they were nice to me. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, I don't lie to people. The truth means a lot to me. My dad's a scientist and everything. I always speak the truth. I hate liars, and I don't have the mental capacity to remember lies anyway. So if I make something up, I won't remember it. I won't remember it at all. It's not going to happen. So anyway, well, my AC is kicked on, so it's going to be super loud. Sorry about it. My name was on it. That's awesome. Thank you for telling me that, because literally no one's ever told me that before. Tina, thank you. Now I know that someone has actually used it. Well, I appreciate you guys very much. I'm so grateful to be part of this community, even if a small part. And I hope that YouTube comes to its senses. I hope that about Tony Walker and Beardo, I think both of those are criminal oversights on YouTube's part. Hi, Bowden. I'm so glad you guys are here and that you guys give me any of your time. Any of your time or attention, I appreciate so much. And hopefully the drama will fizzle out in YouTube land, and hopefully the drama will better the market in the ghost tour world. Tony Walker, yes, he has the Classic Ghost Stories podcast on YouTube, and he reads like Victorian public domain ghost stories, and he has The Legend of Hill House, and it's the best audiobook I've ever listened to in my entire life. It's up, well, yeah, it is. I would say second place to his Legend of Hill House is Ulysses. There's an audiobook of Ulysses. Whoosh. Oh my God, the author's name just left my head. Anyway, Ulysses. And it's on YouTube, and that's really good because there's all kinds of different voices. They cast each character. It's really cool. And I had never heard, there's sound effects, background noise. I've never heard an audiobook done like that before. So that was really cool. But Tony Walker's Hill House is my #1 favorite audiobook of all time until I hear Elvira's autobiography, because I haven't heard it yet. So you never know. And then #3 is Douglas Adams reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because he knows how to pronounce all those alien words he made up. And I would also someday, I hope to listen to Lucy Arnaz reading Love, Lucy, the autobiography of Lucille Ball. I would like to hear that someday, and that's probably a really good one too. I appreciate your hard work. Thank you, Bowden. I appreciate you. Yeah, Tina, I fall asleep to Tony Walker all the time. I used to fall asleep to Jason Stevenson meditations, but Tony Walker's so much more my style. He's less like kumbaya. He's more spooky ghosts. Hopefully the drama at least gives the paranormal world a boost. Yeah, that's kind of why I went and talked about it in the first place. Normally I stay out of all the drama, but I thought, you know what? People need to know this is going on, and maybe they can help, and maybe they can tweet or something. I don't know if tweeting helps. I don't know. Karma. I don't know if I believe in karma anymore. I used to. But my abuser still walks this earth and breathes, so we'll see. We'll see if I ever change my mind on that. Douglas Adams was so good. It is, right? Reiki, that's cool. Mike Dude, if he's ever around on YouTube, he used to do Reiki. Thank you, Bowden. I appreciate your sub. I hope that you enjoy some of the other stuff I have on my channel too. Lucy, I don't really have mods. Thank you though. Hi, Grayman. All right, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm sure I'm going to see a lot more of you because I am home alone until Tuesday. So I'm going to be live as often as I physically can. I have this house to clean, I have some ghost tours to give, and I have some other story times and stuff to do. But I'm going to be live as often as physically possible. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for comforting each other during that rough point right in the middle of this broadcast. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Hug your dad and buddy. I will. Thank you. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Just stay tuned. All right. Thank you guys so much, and support Beardo and Tony Walker. Thank you guys. Good night. Mwah!